What is going on, guys? It's your boy PGumFunFan97 and we are going to continue the Photoshop CS6 for beginners tutorial. And we've gone over these tools on the left panel. We've gone over all of these right here, and I believe we left off on this second part of the panel, which is the spot healing brush. Now, if I haven't gone over that, I will teach you right now. So to begin with, you're going to have the spot healing brush tool. You're going to have about 5 options. The first one is spot healing brush tool. This basically removes anything that's in the way. So say this image, you wanted to remove it. In this case, I have my background right here. I did a layers tutorial on that. If you guys want to watch it, I'll post the link in the description so you guys can see that. But you want to make a duplicate of that by pressing Command J or Control J if you're on Windows. And then we'll make a duplicate of the background image. So now you can start editing. So with my spot healing brush tool selected, you can simply click and drag just as if you were going to use the brush tool. You would just click and drag, and it will remove whatever's in the way. And say you wanted to remove this as well, you can do that. You can decrease the size of the brush by right-clicking and moving left to right to increase the brush and left to decrease the size of the brush. And you can just go like that, and that will remove it. Keep in mind that it doesn't always work as you think it will. So you can use the spot healing brush tool. There's 2 different ones. This one, basically, if you click it, it's going to be different. It's going to ask you option click to define a source point to be used to repair the image. So you would have to option click somewhere, option on my Mac, and you would sample this right here, and then you can use it to go over, and this will sample everything. But to be careful, you don't really want to go to like if you click right here or somewhere right here and you start coloring, or you're going to start sampling the glasses itself. So you don't want to do that. So you want to be careful when you're using this tool. The next one is the patch tool. The patch tool basically works if you were to copy something. So say like, let's see, like, I don't know, you could say this piece right here of this hair, you can circle it if you want to remove it, and you would click and drag away from that, and then you let go, and then press Command D, and that will get rid of it. So that's kind of one of my favorite tools, is the patch tool instead of the spot healing brush tool. The next one is the content aware move tool. Not all people use this. I don't use it personally, but to be honest, the content aware move tool, you basically would select something, say her eyebrows, if you guys really do want to use it, and you would click and drag, and that will make a selection or a copy of it, and then it will place it somewhere else on another wherever you dragged it, and it will take it off as well, so you can see that she has no eyebrows anymore. So let's put that back. And then you have the red eye tool. So this basically works. Let me go ahead and open up a different image. Say someone had, let's select this one. Say someone had red eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the brush tool. I'm gonna decrease it by using the left and right bracket key. And say they had like red eyes. So I'm gonna make it nice and red. So say they had red eyes, okay? And I'm gonna do it right here. That looks a little scary, but that's okay. Go back to the red eye tool, and here you can select it. You could just click, and then we'll remove it. So all you gotta do is click and drag, or actually you have to highlight it, and it will remove it. So you have to select all of it, and usually it works. There you go, see, and it removed it. It does its best. Photoshop does its best to remove the red eye tools. Basically, when you take a picture in your camera, usually their eyes will turn out to be red, if you guys have seen that. The next one is the brush tool. I think you guys all are familiar with this tool. Basically, you can just draw in whatever you'd like. You can change the mode to any of these, say overlay. It will overlay the image, so it won't be as, the opacity won't be 100. It's going to be like 20 or something. So let's go ahead and move that back to normal. You can change the size by clicking the down arrow right here and upgrading, or actually making the size bigger or smaller by moving it left to right. You can increase the hardness. Hardness is basically how hard or how sharp you want it to be. And then you can select any of these brushes. If you have custom ones installed into Photoshop, you can use those as well. So you can select any of these. If you can see as a sample, kind of looks like a cool effect to it. So I select the normal one. And you can also right click and that will bring up the same menu. So that's basically it for the brush tool. And if you want to change the color, you can just double click this red box. Usually it's going to be like this. Say you have a color filled in like pink or something, and you have this one as well. Like say you have it mixed up and you want to go back to the default option, you would just click right here, this two small boxes. It's going to be black and white. You would click that and that will turn it back to default. You can also click that and make it blue or something, and then you can color in with that. So that's really nice. Then you have the pencil tool. Basically, it's just a pencil tool. It's more thinner and it looks like it's a pencil drawn, and it works as the same effects as the brush tool does. The next one is the color replacement tool. Basically, this if you click and drag, this will sample it, as in this will color. Say you wanted to sample this, it will actually get a color of that, which is pretty nice. If not, then I have no idea. But say you wanted to color in something, I don't really use the color replacement tool, so I would mess around with that. Then you got the mixer brush tool. Again, I'm not going to go over that because no one really uses that. The next one is the clone stamp tool. Pretty much this, if you click and drag around, it will sample like whatever you have sampled. You have to option again. Say you wanted to sample. When you hold down option, you have to hold down option and click. Say what you want to sample an empty area of the skin to remove these pimples. You would just click right here, and you can see it's sampled of the skin color. And you would click over it, and this will sample out as close as